Oh, it should be emailed. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get it.
I will.
so wait a minute. You just said it in an email, and it didn't
Yeah.
email. There's a ghost in that video. Then
There's a ghost in the video.
like it doesn't want to go, so it doesn't want to leave your computer.
Doesn't want to send. Yeah,
Maybe
don't
it's
leave
not.
your phone.
Yeah. Is it a normal like? Is there anything special about that video? Just something you took on your camera, phone camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it a screen recording or was it an actual video from your lens on your
Oh, it's
camera or on
because
your phone?
it's 26.2 megabytes. Maybe that's the problem.
Could be.
So this isn't. You're talking about for emailing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that might be up to.
Yeah, we have a 20 megabyte limit, right?
Might be.
So if that's the case,
Was it 20 or
then
100?
Well, in emailing, I think email is 20. Is that right, Todd?
I don't know actually.
I've gone through this a lot through
Yeah.
Outlook, and I have to get it below 20 for our system.
Right.
I don't know about Gmail or anything else.
I think Gmail has a higher limit.
You think so?
Yeah. Let me.
Um. Well,
like I think the thing is I just wish I would have had the right alert. Like either, hey, your file is too big, or like don't leave without uploading.
yeah. Do we have an alert, Ismail, if there's a failure?
I'm not checking it out. I'm just trying on the test group right now. I uploaded a video by itself, and then I uploaded one with text. See if that would work. It seems to be working. Now let me see if there's a problem with the video itself. So yeah, so both worked on my Android. I uploaded, this is the 11,000 member group and tests on QA.
I think it has to do with the size.
It could, but as far as functionality, I was just testing it with and without text, and it seems to be working fine. I tried it on a one-on-one.
Yeah, Todd also sent one to a group chat, and that worked.
Yeah. So you said that video is 26 megabytes.
Yeah.
Is that the one you uploaded, or is the one you like, or is that your screen record for the error, or is that the video you were
The
sending in the
actual
chat?
video.
Yes.
is
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
So the actual video in the chat, right? Okay.
Yes.
I have a feeling too, if you trim it by half, like make a copy of just the first half of it, don't delete the original, but just do a copy of the first half.
Can
And
you?
try. I bet it works.
You might be right, Shawntelle. Can you? I emailed you from a Gmail account.
Uh-huh.
Do you have another email account on your phone, like a Gmail account you can email with?
Sure.
You must, yeah. And you'll see it's a weird email that I sent you, or sent from, Will
Okay.
Montoya.
Okay.
Yes, attach that video here, see if it works.
Okay. Wait, did I do 10 first and then 2, 3? No, just 2, 3. Okay.
Is that 2 files you're sending?
Yes, because I tried 2 different ones
Okay.
in the video. I
Okay.
tried one that was 28 seconds long and then another one that was 12 seconds long.
Okay, looks like I got them. Let me save these.
I don't think we have any error handling when it comes to
Okay.
video sizes being too Big on front end. I see we're creating the. I see we're creating the, what's it called? The upload hook here, and we're calling it, but I don't think we have any error handling for size. It's too big.
So one of
So-
the files she sent me was 42 megs. The second one's 92 megs. Let's see if I can upload them in that
That's
same
weird.
tracker. Yeah.
Wait, it was 26 on her computer.
Seconds or file size?
She said 26 megabytes.
Oh, yeah, it's 42 on my end.
Huh?
How is that possible?
Yeah, that's weird.
It must have. I think I got them sent. Let me think about this for a minute. I wonder if what you. I can't explain it.
What's our limit?
Uh,
Ismail?
Was it 100 megabytes, Jerry, for video?
Oh, the front end controls that, but I believe it to be 100.
Well, let's find out for sure because that wouldn't be the explanation then.
Right.
And
But
why
also
did it?
there's no limit being forced.
There should. Oh, we don't have it in there. I'm pretty sure that there was a limit that we said 100 megabytes. That we checked the file size.
And why did it fail so quickly? Like if you watch her screen record, it was like. Did you see that? No, did you notice how quick?
I did.
Yeah, something ended the whole loading process.
Yeah, that is not necessarily because it's too big, right? That's something different.
Mm,
I wonder if this is coming
Oh,
from. Oh,
that was weird. Okay, I'm gonna try that again.
did you just send the same video?
Yeah, so I just sent it to you, and like it was sitting there with like nothing showing up on the screen at all. And then I went to go add in another video, and it popped up.
I didn't get a message from you. Is it production or QA?
Production.
Am I on production build? Yeah, I am. I'm build 32. I didn't get a message from you, believe it or not. So I don't think it went through. Leave the chat and come back.
Okay. I just want to check this real quick to see if it does the same thing. So we see the status bar. Okay. It came through.
Oh wait, sorry. I'm on. This is not like you. Never mind. Is in. My phone signed in. If you go back, and it will still be there.
Bam. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, no, it's there.
Okay, so it looks like it sends through a DM.
So I sent both files that Shawntelle sent me into the
Were you
test
sending?
chat group one.
Were you sending other videos or photos on other chats at the same time?
No, I don't even know how to do that. Because I thought that if you leave while trying to upload one, then it will stop.
It's not the no. Well, it works. It's just not the best experience yet. That's
Were you
weird. Well, I
trying
mean,
to
I
upload
just tried to upload a
multiple
video on a
files?
big group chat. That was fine. What was that, Todd?
I was asking Shawntelle, were you trying to at some point, try a couple uploads from a couple different chats?
I was doing it in the zodiac zone, which is when I noticed it, and because I was able to replicate it so many times, is why I was like, okay,
Right.
this isn't
I see.
working. Like I did it for I don't know a while last night. I don't know if it's that way with other ones. I guess I could try.
Let's try and keep multitasking here.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you doing over there? Maybe we could use your assistance, or I don't know if you have something you're working on.
Yeah, sure.
Do you do you have something you're currently working on? How did it go yesterday?
No, I have minor issues that I'm about to finish. But yesterday we were working on, like we wrap up the things we were working on regarding reporting the location when a user unbackground the app and keep pinging every 5 seconds for the user's location, and also reporting the dynamic links, like whenever the user gonna get to the app through a dynamic link or notification, we're gonna track that and report it back to the backend.
Okay. Okay, good. So you're still working on that?
No, it's all done, and we did the PR, and it's waiting for review, so we can have it the next build.
Okay. But the which one are you still? There's still which one are you wrapping up? Sorry.
I'm working on the uh, the list on the onboarding, like there's this thing when you if you're trying to add to the SOT, the list refresh if the SOT is full, where it should
Oh
be.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, those are minor. If you need my help, like Ismail need like to look to this issue, the uploading issue.
Yeah. Let's take a look. There's it's in development channel, right, Chantal?
Yeah.
Okay. Take a look at the screen records you put in development channel, and
Hmm.
I'm not sure if we determined yet, Ismail, if there is a limit or not a limit on the upload size.
I don't see one at the moment.
Okay, maybe you could look into that. I mean, do you remember any kind of limit that we put on it?
I didn't work on it, but I don't. Uh, the limit should be coming from the back end. If the back end limiting it,
Well, I mean, because we changed the way we upload images, now we actually use Axios and we upload it from the front end to save speed. Because if we're uploading from the back end, you first have to upload it to the back end and then to
yeah,
the
I know. Like the upload
base.
happens from the front end to the back end.
No, we
No,
upload from end to Cloudinary right away.
which is the back end? Like it should. If
Well, the
it's us,
Cloudinary backend, not
yeah.
like our
No,
backend.
we should look. Maybe there's some limits there on the Cloudinary side, and that yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah. Well, I guess what John is saying is we want to add, like, we want to do a check to make sure it's at least 100. It's less than 100 megabytes file size.
But
yeah.
first, I think, like Amin saying, we should probably check and see if that's where it got rejected on the Cloudinary side.
Well, whether it did or it didn't, if that's something we want, we have to add it regardless. But
True. But I also want to diagnose the problem. I want to see why. If you watch the video, I mean, you'll see that as soon as she hits send, the status bar, all like for maybe 1 second, is there and then disappears. And like,
and I will say that status bar does come from Cloudinary API, so
yeah,
that makes me think it is related to Cloudinary. But we'll be able to be 100% sure once you create it and look at the logs.
yeah. So, what did we figure out here? That you were able to upload a smaller one, Chantel?
I was actually able to upload that exact same video in one-on-one and smaller group chats. I just haven't done it in a slightly bigger group chat this morning. And
That's really weird. Did you hear that? I mean, so she was able to send it the same exact video into a one-on-one chat, and it worked.
But now, like, okay, so that means it's
okay, so here's the video and right here. I mean, if you wanted to watch that.
yeah.
So I did it into that, and then I did it into a group chat with 9 people versus the group chat with 68 people.
Are we watching the video right now?
Yeah, yeah.
No, no. Well,
I'm
he
watching
is.
the video.
Okay, you're watching it from in development.
Yeah, she just
Okay.
sent it in the development.
Okay. Ismail, you looking into this as well from different angle?
I'm trying to see, trying to see how that could disappear, like what errors could pop up. But I need to recreate the error. That would be the best way, because the cloud will tell me, "Hey, this is the exact error that happened," and then I can look into it.
Okay.
So the video you sent Chantel, is this where it worked or it does not that not work?
It never was able to work. I was never able to send the video last night. I've been able to send it today, that exact same video, but
Because
just not yesterday.
when you're trying to play it, it was not playing, right?
Yeah, and then if you get to the end of the video, towards the end,
Mm-hmm. You close the app
you
and
can
you
see
open it,
I completely close it. I reopen it,
and it was not
and it's not there. Yeah.
there. Okay.
But then here is when I choose. Oh wait, no, that one's still the same video that I was trying.
So that means the video was never got uploaded.
And yeah, and at that point it failed. It didn't even fail ahead. It just failed right here at picking it. So I am wondering if maybe it is an Android thing. Because if it failed here, and it kept saying check back later, like we don't have any verbiage that says check back later. Do we?
I think that's a generic message. I'm not sure if Ismail can confirm it.
Well, please try again later.
Yeah.
There was an error playing this video. Please try again later. I think that probably comes from Android. It looks like an Android modal. It's weird that it has a gray overlay. In fact, Ismail, let me send this to you. Or actually, you have it on your screen. Leave it there, Chantel. So is there a clue here, Ismail or Amin, that the text is white? So see where it says there was an error playing this video? That's in the foreground.
This
Is that
is,
a different error than the
and
one
this is not
behind it?
from us. This is from the video player.
I know, but the one behind, it seems like there's one behind it, video error. Like, why is one, where's the gray overlay coming in? Because there's a gray overlay on the entire screen except the white text. Is that normal? I've never seen that before. Like the okay, even the okay is like grayed out. Like,
Again, this is, I think this is all from, because when you play a video, it goes full screen.
yeah.
So I think this is all coming from the Expo package.
A theory I had is that maybe the photo picker that Chantel was using, maybe it's like pulling from Google Photos and it could be like loading in from the cloud and there's an issue doing it from there. Chantel, do you use like,
Yeah, it was pulling in from Google Photos. Yes.
do you have cloud backup?
Yes.
That's possible that it could be having an issue pulling from the cloud stored image videos.
It won't have the full video if it's pulling it from the cloud. Would it actually show it as an option?
I don't know. That kind of, I had a hint on that because of the other error she had that said we have an issue loading your photos. It'll be
That's a good point, and that could explain why the loader was very quick because it wasn't actually uploading the whole video or image.
if it's like trying to pass a URL.
And then why she was able to do it now because it downloaded from the cloud onto her phone. So now she can upload it to Circles because it's on her phone versus she was trying to upload it and download it at the same time. Right? She was downloading from the cloud while trying to upload it right?
Well, this is a theory at the moment.
Yeah, it sounds very plausible.
Yeah, it does.
Is- Ismail, I shared the link in for the cloudinary errors, like a kind of log. And yesterday there were some some requests that some of them are like it says like bad requests, others are timeout. There's a little bit of log there, so
No, I don't think I have access to Cloud9.
you
I
know.
get-
Well, I know for sure that I don't have access because I think it only lists like 5 people.
I
So-
can look into it and see if I see anything. From yesterday, you're saying there was so we pulled the logs from yesterday. 404 not found. No, would it be 404 not found?
Yeah, it's gonna be timeout or bad request, I think.
I'm out maybe. Okay, upload, but it doesn't give me any information about those logs.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to see if it's like cloudinary, or like the front end.
Public ID category icons. Okay, yeah, refer.
Shawntelle, can you create that? Can you like do something where it's like on the cloud but not on your phone? Like, do you know how to make sure it's on the cloud but not on your phone?
Yes, I do.
It-
But at that time, it was on my phone.
But
It-
what?
my picker selects from Google Photos, but it had already synced from my phone, which is where I took it.
Correct. So what I'm saying is, can you like add some new videos or do something where it's on
Oh,
the
yeah.
cloud but not on your phone,
Yeah, let's see.
and then try to upload that real quick and see what happens if you get the same.
Okay. I'm going to stop sharing as I go through my photos. Okay. Do you want me to specifically choose one or the other, a photo or a video, or
You can just do whatever, yeah, a photo or a video, because it seemed like both had that problem.
okay?
Are you sure, Chantel, it's using Google Photos as your picker and not the gallery?
Yes, and the reason why is because I will often find photos that I've deleted in my gallery in my Google Photos because it syncs, and I'll always see them there when I go to pick.
Huh. Okay. I'm trying to make sense of the picker. Because obviously, if it was in the if it was picking the gallery, those are that would be your files already on your phone, not in the cloud. But like you're saying, Google Photos will do a sync.
Okay, so I found a photo that is in Google Photos and not in my gallery. So do you want me to just choose that one to upload?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay,
Can you share your screen while you do it?
yes. Oh, whoops. Still here? I am. Oh, wait, I should go to, Circles. Okay. Ismail, I'm going to send it to you. Looks like it worked just fine.
And you sure this one's not stored on your phone? It's only in the cloud?
Yeah, it's only on the cloud.
Well, yeah, what do you mean it's on your?
Like, it's not in my gallery.
That still doesn't mean it's not on your phone. necessarily.
It doesn't mean it's not on your phone, right? I mean, obviously, if you can see the file, it's somewhere on
Right
your
next
phone.
to us here. Well, okay. So yeah, it's in my Google Photos, even though
Right,
Google
right.
Photos isn't my standard thing. Like that's what I believe Circles is using as my picker, because if it was using the picker for my gallery, which is where all my photos go, then it wouldn't show that photo, right? It's only showing here in my Google Photos right there versus
Mm.
because I deleted it from my gallery.
Hey, Shawntelle, I'm looking in Culinary for like our recent uploads.
Yeah.
You said it was like a video of fireflies, maybe? Was that it?
Yes.
Okay, I see. And are you able to upload these still?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to upload them all from this morning. Okay, because yeah, I see them in Cloudinary.
Mhm.
Went back to yesterday. I could see if they even are even in Cloudinary. I'm gonna find the time. View list, and they came in at what time was this? Last night, 8:53 my time. Oh, Cloudinary doesn't give me a timestamp. That's so fun.
Also, the way this works normally, if there's a video or media, it would upload it through Cloudinary first, then get the link, and then call the create message API. So if you don't
Oh.
see the text or anything in your messages from last night, that means the create message API never got called. So that tells me kind of failed on the Cloudinary level.
So it looks like it was at 9:28. Jerry is when I had initially tried.
Yeah, I don't see them in Cloudinary.
So yeah, other than that, I didn't really have any problems with the app.
And you still can't upload the videos now.
No, I can now.
You can now in both DM and group.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do we chalk it up to maybe it was just Android at that time?
Well, I was able to find sensory issue related to this. Ismail,
Oh,
Ismail, did you find? Um, I'm asking if you already saw them or not.
The what?
Sensory issues.
I didn't look at them. No.
So yeah, let me send this in dev.
I'm just kind of seeing if the whole Cloudinary or the cloud thing for picks up media from cloud is a thing or not in image picker. So just want to see if that theory is even valid or not.
Error uploading to Cloudinary. Okay. And let's go. Can we go to our replay? Okay,
So it's saying that it shouldn't, Jerry. It's saying like the React Native image picker should not directly integrate with cloud storage. Like,
I'm not sure what they mean by that.
well, I guess that could be something else.
Yeah.
The way they worded it. But even in general, it's not stored on the phone. So in reality,
I want to see their attempt to upload to Cloudinary. So let me see. So I'm noticing when we're calling the post for upload, our
Mhm.
says our request body is 162 bytes. Which I'm curious that if we tried to upload something else, what does it look like?
Mm. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, again, the Sentry errors we sent confirms it did fail on the Cloudinary level.
You're right. It said error uploading to Cloudinary,
Yeah.
but I don't see a request body from that.
Request body size.
Like, where are you expecting to see the request body? Are you looking into Sentry?
I'm looking at the session replay. Um, trying to load this here and see what I find. Okay, this person, who's this? Just somebody uploading a. Okay. Oh, okay. So the test perfect. Upload. Okay, no, because it says. Did we have an issue uploading this morning? Anything?
If not,
Okay, because I see. This is
well, I had the one little moment where it looked like it wasn't uploading. It just gave me a white screen. And then eventually it came through.
Mhm.
But that was only after I clicked on the camera again to try to re-upload it. Did that come through? Actually show that it sent.
Yeah, because it looks like even for a successful upload, it says that our request body size was 162 bytes. But that wasn't correct because this video uploaded fine. I see where it took 8 seconds to upload, which is normal. Let me go back to the one that failed now that Amin sent.
I see it says error uploading to cloud, and that says network error. I'm not sure what they mean by network error.
Hmm.
Well, if you look into the stat trace, the function that they were called, like they called a function that named did complete response. So there was some sort of completion, and maybe that's there where it fails.
Oh, I see there is a error uploading Cloudinary. Okay, so it was there was an Axios error when uploading to Cloudinary. All right, we have a signature, we have an API key, we have a file. Okay, so we have a reference to the file. Oh, that's interesting. Why is the file name upload.jpg for a video?
Were you reading that like Sentry?
Yeah. Watch. I'm gonna hijack the screen share real quick.
Yeah, no, not
Um,
even on it anymore.
yes.
Oh, it does that when it looks like when it doesn't have a.
Looks like it does that when it doesn't have a file name. Calling it upload.jpg.
Well, right, and I'm going to assume there's a mismatch if we try to upload a upload.jpg to. Let's, what do I see here? See if I can see anything else from culinary response. No. Why did it keep... Yeah, this is the only thing suspicious I see is that there's a URI here.
You're sharing your screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's one or the other one. Okay. Okay, so the name is upload, but the name shouldn't matter. Like, I get it. It probably shouldn't be named that. I think that's just a static name when it doesn't have something to reference. It shouldn't necessarily though cause it to fail. You have the URI, the type. Okay. Everything looks correct here. Folder, chat pod, signature, API key. It says error network though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that could still mean that there was a bad response from Cloudinary. So if I go in the network tab and I the cloud upload, so yeah, it not return an error code. That is true, but it also yeah, so it didn't return an error code. It didn't return any code.
That error, I think, is a console log I have on the front end, which says literally error uploading to Cloudinary, and then I have comma. I have a console.error, and then I print that out. So the error is coming from the cache. There's a try and a cache.
The stack here says Axios something from Axios through an exception.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? It's cut out for me a little bit.
This is an Axios error in this stack. So something from Axios. And we also have a there's a full stack that I can give you. If you go inside config, and then I had data parts, and then everything here looks right. There's a signature, timestamp. The only thing is that try to upload a video, Ismail, and try to call it FFmpeg and see if it works.
Do what now?
Try to upload a video.
Put
the file name as upload.jpg and see what happens.
Okay, I'll hard code it to that. Let me see here, and I'm assuming iOS or Android, or does it matter?
That's right.
Or let's go Android. Let's go Android. Let's just be safe. Try to create the same exact. Can you see when it did succeed if the name was also upload dot video or dot JPEG?
What's that?
When it succeeded, can you see the response when it succeeded?
No. All I had error.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just uploading a video on iOS as Android loads. And okay, looks like I didn't see any errors. Go back. Yeah. So on iOS it uploaded successfully. Let's look at Android. to files, video, and upload. On Android, it also seems to be working fine. Yeah, like I said, I think it's just a name. It shouldn't really matter which I'm seeing both iOS and Android work with the name hard coded to upload that JPEG.
So you're thinking it's the name? You don't think it's the name?
No, it's not. What I'm
Hmm.
saying is I hard
Maybe
coded the name and I tried it on both iOS and Android and now uploaded videos and they worked fine.
it could be the type. You know, you see how that's should be the mime type. It's like a video slash upload. I'm not sure if that's a valid
The what now? The
the
type?
mime. Yeah, the type. It says video slash upload.
Um, where does it say that?
Like the config that Jerry sent you.
The config that Jerry sent me.
I didn't
I
like
didn't.
you see. So you see how like there's in the code. You see the code, like the format data when you append the file.
Yeah,
There's URI and there's the type.
the file type.
Yeah, the file
Yeah,
type.
yeah, the file type. Yeah.
So the value that goes there when it fails,
Mm-hmm.
it is video slash upload. That type is normally it's a mime type, and I'm not sure if it's a video slash upload a valid uh mime.
Mm,
So it should be like video slash MP4, video slash something like the same how you doing for image slash JPEG. So I'm
yeah.
sure if
Let
it
me
is,
see
yeah,
here.
like
Because if it's an image, it will like it would do that. Yeah, but I think the reason it happened for that is I remember on Android the way they word it was a little weird, different than iOS. So
no the
uh,
mime the like the mime type is like a universal. It has nothing to do with iOS or
we're looking at the file type from device, which is file dot type. Um, that's not the my. That's not the my type we're talking about.
well, I'm like, can you right now hard code it as like a video, like video slash upload and try to do an upload and see like for Android? Maybe the video you're trying to upload in your case it's given the correct MIME type, that's why it's working. Maybe if you did hard
Hmm.
as when it fails for
So the param is called file type, right? Or the field, like right now, the
okay, let me
file. The,
I'm gonna share my screen with you.
okay.
So you see this specifically this one.
Yes. Give me a second. Your screen is very blurry. Okay, now it's getting clear. Video upload. Yeah, that's the type.
Well, this is not a valid value for a type. It should be, for
Hmm.
example, video slash MP4 or something like that. So all I'm asking is like go and hard code this value here, the same
Video upload. Okay.
have it hard coded here instead of file type, and try again and see if it's gonna fail or work for Android. Yeah, I'm sorry, play Android.
Video upload or all lowercase, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I found some well, this is not a new issue. These are like this is like an issue that's been happening. A lot of people reporting it. Everyone finds solution on its own way. This one, it was like you should just set the MIME type, the correct one. So maybe it is. I'm not sure. And this one, say like you need to add something the XML. So yeah, uh, we'll keep trying until we get all of this working.
See here. No, it looked like it worked on Android.
Okay, so yeah, it's not.
Is that hard coded?
Mm-hmm.
Append file. Yeah, I have type hard coded as video slash upload. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to use just like I think it's called Expo Fetch or something like that. Forgot what it's called. Let me see. It's down here. It's called Fetch something.
Also, Chantal, quick question. Did you try, like, after your videos failed, did you try to close the app and re-upload?
Yes.
And it did the same thing?
Yes.
But now it's not doing it.
Correct.
Even if you go to the same group chat?
I can try the same group chat.
Well, if it was not working then and it's working now and there's no changes done, could it be Cloudinary? Had an error on their servers or doing maintenance or something? What time was this?
9:38 my time.
9:30.
I don't see anything that
Nine.
was like outside the ordinary. Yeah, they don't have any. I don't see
9:28.
outages. No incidents reported.
That's weird. Like, how can something work, like, not work multiple times at a certain time and then in the morning it's all working?
The only thing I could assume is if it's on with Google Photos, but I don't have anything to prove it, back it up.
Is everyone just sitting here not doing anything? Please tell me that's not where we left off.
I'm working on something for Zane.
Ismail, Amin, Jerry.
And I'm trying to produce it from my end.
Okay.
Uh,
We didn't solve the problem. So, Ismail, what are you doing now?
I was looking the same thing at different possibilities how we can recreate this, but I'm not seeing a
Okay. Didn't
pattern.
we have a really good leading theory that because her images were stored in the cloud and because she went to her photo library to upload a 30-second video, that it wasn't, can I still have coffee? Thanks. It wasn't ready to upload to us because it hadn't downloaded to her. That seems super obvious. Like, regardless of if that's what happened or didn't happen, how does that even work? Like, when I
Well,
have
it
to,
shouldn't pick it up if it's in the cloud technically, because it's not stored on the phone.
well, that's what I'm about. Well, let me finish this part. When I try and get a video from the cloud on my phone, I have to wait. It says preparing video, right? Like
Correct.
I have to wait. So how does our app deal with that? Regardless of if that's even what happened right now, what would happen in the future if someone had a video in the cloud? Do we does that all happen behind the scenes? Like we don't see the preparing video thing. It's just like,
Well, no, because you're not opening the app. You're not. So when you see prepare the videos, because you're opening the photo app. Over here, where you're not opening the photo app, you're accessing the files on your phone.
isn't the
Through.
photo library that you're accessing?
Well, you're accessing the actual files. I don't think it's using the app at all. Like when it prepares, that's your photo app calling an API call to iCloud, fetching the photos. That API call wouldn't happen if you're going from image picker because you're not going through the Photos app, the Photos app. You're going through this
I mean,
photo picker, which
one way or another, it has to get downloaded from the cloud.
well, that's what I'm saying. That theory sounded correct at the beginning, but now I'm starting to think maybe it's not it.
But it also perfectly explains why it didn't work for her at first, but now it does because it's been downloaded to her phone.
Well, she doesn't know if she was like. I think Shawntelle also had a misunderstanding of how this cloud thing works. She thought if it was in photos, but not in the photo gallery, but in her Google Photos, that it's on the cloud. I don't think that's necessarily the case.
That's not how that's not how that works. So on Android, you have your default phone gallery where all your photos and videos are stored, and then and that's just nothing in the cloud there on the phone. Google Photos, which also resides on the phone, Google Photos, which also resides on the phone, will take those same photos from your gallery and sync them back to the cloud. But they're on your phone.
Yeah, that's very similar to what iCloud is. Now,
Yeah, but it's not.
um, okay, well, on iCloud, you can elect to have everything stored in the cloud to free up memory on your phone.
Right, right.
I choose not to. I just have a really big storage device.
Yeah.
But like Tori's phone, on the other hand, every time she tries to watch a video, there's a lag. But but then obviously, like it's got smart enough software to know that if you just watch the video and you try and watch it again in a minute, it'll play it on demand. Like it's there. Like you don't have to go wait for it to download again, which would kind of explain this situation, right? If she had it in the cloud, then it takes a minute to download, but then once it's on the phone, it's going to be there available for her in cache or wherever it's stored on the device for a little
Right.
while.
That makes perfect sense. I'm just saying with every Android phone that I have here in front of me, all the videos that are here, you just open them and they're instantly available. There's no lag
That's
whatsoever.
because they're not
Opening the
stored
video.
in the cloud. But
Correct. By default,
those
they're
phones,
backed up to the cloud.
those phones are new phones with very little storage capacity utilized. Where versus Shawntelle has had her phone probably for years, multiple versions of the phone's updates over the years, storing many images and photos. So
Sure.
she's got all of
My
her
phone's
stuff
the
backed
same.
up. What?
My phone's the same way. My personal phone.
You said all the phones in
all
front
mine.
of you. Yeah.
Yes, including mine.
Okay. So the one like but you might not store yours in the cloud. Like I don't store mine in the cloud. Maybe you have a larger storage device.
They're on my phone, backed up to the cloud. I don't elect any other options to say don't store
Right.
them on my phone.
Perhaps we should look at Chantel's options and see if everything or certain size videos are stored in the cloud and not just stored in the cloud, but
Sure,
also
that's a good point.
access from the cloud.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
Maybe a
just I
certain
want to rule
size.
I want to rule it out. Like I haven't
I
heard
hear you.
anybody rule this out. We've heard that it's a leading theory, and then like maybe it's not a theory, but it's still. I mean, it is definitely a theory that hasn't been
Sure.
ruled out.
Well, I mean, to look at I mean, if Shawntelle was to share her screen with us with her phone and go to her Google Photos and go to her history of all her videos, I'm curious if you click on a video if it instantly plays or not.
Yeah,
Or
Chantel,
her
can you
photo.
do another video that's like 30 seconds long?
But
And
wait, for this to work properly, she has to be like she has to be 100% sure that this piece of media, whether it's a photo or a video, is not stored on her phone. It's only in the cloud.
that's what we
But she
want.
has to
Yeah,
be sure of that, and I don't know if there's a way to be sure of that.
that's what we're trying to figure out right now, possibly.
Chantel, when
She
you
shares her screen.
when you access your videos that you haven't looked at in a long time, are they instant or is there a little bit of a download?
It's instant.
Okay, because earlier you said they were in the cloud.
So that's where the picker is what I've been trying to say. It's like, so when I use Circles, the native way that it wants to choose the photos is through Google Photos and not through my Samsung Gallery, which is the default for where my pictures go to. And then it syncs to Google Photos.
So there's our bridge right there. Is that the bottleneck? I mean, Ismail, Jerry.
Well, no, because it could still be stored on the device in Google Photos. Like
But
that's
wait,
not.
she's accessing
Which
it
it is.
through something that has to sync.
It doesn't have to
I-
sync necessarily. Like
I-
Google Photos could probably reference them right away.
It
It,
is.
it
So
would
Google
probably
Photos.
have to sync if it has to like upload them. But again, I'm not an Android user. Go ahead, Todd, if you know better.
No, I was just gonna say that Google Photos and the Samsung Gallery are just two different apps accessing the exact same files on the phone.
But
Google Photos.
neither of them are the direct access either, right? Like they both,
What do you,
like the photo, like when I go to my photo
yes, they are
library,
direct.
when I go to my photo library, that's it. That's where the photos exist, not an app.
Well,
There's no
you're
app.
using the program.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just saying technically the program is accessing the files on the device.
Okay.
So it's kind of like when
Just like
you
you
go
can
to
have
your
multiple.
I was gonna say to help explain this, it's kind of like right now if you go to your photos on your iOS, you would find all your photos, and if you go through our Circles app through the photo picker, you would also see all your photos. But they're both referencing the same. So the what's it called? The React Native Image Picker. It's not getting your images from the Photos app. It's getting them from your phone.
Right. On my iPhone, yes, it does. Chantel's saying
Well,
no.
it's not getting it from your Photos app, is what I want you to understand. It's referencing the file.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like you have a file on your phone that
Yeah.
has those images stored,
Yeah.
and the image picker is just a UI, and your photos, that's also an app, which is also just a UI, and they're both referencing the same file. But the image picker does not go talk to your photos app. It goes to your phone storage.
And also, like in the logs, we have a path like to the file,
Uh-huh.
like a local path, which means we have the file.
So
That
the
will,
path
Right.
is straight direct to the file stored on her phone, no downloading necessary.
I mean, it could be the download didn't happen. Let me show you again. So,
Okay.
so you see this
There's
in red. This is where it fails. It says error uploading to cloud. This is where it fails.
Yeah.
Fill to the data that we pass in. This is the URL. This is the file. So this is a local path. This is an Android path format, so that to be sure, like we have a file that we were trying to send and it fails. If it's like the theory that we're talking about, like the cloud video and all of that, this URL URI would be undefined or would be like a URL, for example, something else. But this is like a patch to a local file.
But the thing is, what I'm saying is, where I'm kind of starting to rule that theory out is because image picker relies on local files, and if it's in the
Right.
cloud and not on your phone, it wouldn't even pick it up because it doesn't have
Right.
a local file to reference.
So what do we do? Remember, I still want an answer to, regardless if that's what happened here. What happens in the case where, like, Tori's all her videos are in the cloud, and she goes to upload one through our Circles app? There has to be some delay, right, for it to
I don't think
download.
she can select those videos. Are you sure she can actually
The
select those videos?
delay, the delay is gonna be happening on the Photos app. You see how like when you, I mean, like when you
But
go and select a video, the delay is gonna happen there, which is not in our site, but like in the for example, let's say this one it's a cloud, and when you're gonna select it, it's not gonna be selected immediately like this. You're gonna
okay,
say like a loader or something like that. And this is not our app. This is like the photo app for iOS. It's gonna be the Photos app or whatever. So all of that logic happens there. And when the video is ready, then it's gonna be selected. Then the user can be to
okay.
can
So the delay happens here. No,
But are
no
you
harm.
sure? I mean, like that it would actually find them. That's what
Uh,
I'm curious. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, let me try on my end with like I have
It, it,
some
it
the cloud.
it would
yeah,
have
I
to.
think
They'd have to be
John brings up a
accessible because otherwise, some people would have no videos or photos to choose from. I'm sure they thought of that. Like, there's got to be a way to get it from the cloud. So it makes sense that there's some type of intermediary where there's a.
and
Go ahead.
yeah, I think you might be onto something, John. I think Ismail was picking up on it too, which is the programs that we use on our phone to access our files. So Google Photos, for example, accesses um, the files on the phone itself. But there's also Google Photos. It can talk to unsynced data off in the cloud, like you're talking about, John, like what Tori deals with. That's built into Google Photos. And what Ismail is saying is, I don't know that Circles can see the same thing that your app does for a file that's not downloaded to the phone yet. So I think Ismail's asking, can we even see the undownloaded file to choose
Right. Yeah, but I
include in
think you
Circles?
have to be able to see it because that would just be a terrible experience for like a big chunk of people who
Right.
have,
I hear what you're yeah.
you
Yeah, I hear
know,
what you're saying.
well,
they
that
have.
yeah, that's what we want. But is that the case? Is a different story.
Right.
I'm
Right.
making an assumption that it's available to choose. I might be wrong, but um,
It is
otherwise,
available because, like, I mean, like when I use WhatsApp or Instagram trying to send an old video, I
yeah,
wait a little bit, like from like not inside WhatsApp, but inside like the photo app. Like
this
you
screen
see,
here,
yeah,
yeah.
the drawer that comes with my
So
photo.
there's like, is there like a loader over the top of the videos, or
Yeah, like you can see it.
else a loader? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's go with that. That sounds reasonable. So then we don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that aspect of it. So that's um, maybe not what happened with Chantel. So can we rule out that like the video was available for her to upload to Cloudinary? Is that in this code that you see here behind your emulator? I mean, is that what is the
yeah.
code?
I mean, this is like the error.
The
You
error log? I
know, yeah, we have the log errors and everything, and the video that fails is this one. Like this is a local path.
okay, but we
So
don't know why it failed, and now it won't fail.
yeah, we don't know why.
So,
But we had like the metadata and everything that we were trying to send.
Okay. Chantel, you said you were going to try it again in that same astrology chat, right?
Yeah, I can do that now. It sounded like we wanted to wait before doing that, so I
I
will do
don't
that
think
now.
so. Yeah.
And can you share screen when you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your theory? I mean, why did it fail?
Well, I don't know. Like we don't we don't we don't have like we have the file that we're trying to send. Why it fails, I'm not really sure. Even like it says just error network, which I don't know what it means. It's like really broad.
Yeah. And it happened super fast, right? The little loader status bar thing, it was
Mhm.
there,
Yeah, that just mean it failed right away. Like it
right?
was
It failed
instant
right
production.
away. Right. Why? And it failed again, it failed because it's not that it didn't find the path, it's got the path, it's got the video. So if it fails that quick, doesn't that what does that lead to? The like a network error or how many times did you try it originally, Chantel?
I think in that video it shows like well, as okay, let me ask you to clarify your question. How many times did I attempt to upload it?
Yeah,
Um,
send it into the chat.
I think like 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times, it failed each time.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I kept trying to get it to load, but
And it did it the same way, like really quick status bar and then fail.
yeah.
Okay, so it's probably not a network connection. I mean, maybe it is.
Well, I don't think it's a network connection error.
Right.
But first, let's see if it uploads now. I'm actually curious to see if you can go
Yeah.
ahead and upload it to that specific chat now.
I mean, what happens if you take this error log and put it in ChatGPT? Because like, what does some of this mean? It says Axios error. What the heck does that mean? Axios error
Well,
network.
well, Axios is the library we're using,
Okay.
and error it's an error.
Can we give it? Can we give this to it and ask like, what are the possible ways? Tell it the details of why, of what happened, and
Mhm.
ask it to give us some suggestions of what could have caused it.
Okay. Mm,
And then this is Chantel, you're uploading
Wow.
it to Zodiac.
Yes,
So it's
right
already
now.
working better than it did.
Yes.
Okay. If she were to leave and come back, Ismail, it's supposed to still work in the background, right? Like if she were to go to the lobby right now and come back in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
should
the
be fine.
right. Which I want to test all that. Todd, will you do
You
some
want
of
to
that
test that
testing?
right now?
Not at the
Yeah,
moment.
there's something I will do some of that testing for sure. But I have some questions. Once this completes, I want Chantel to try something for me, and I want to ask either Ismail or Amin what something means when choosing the photo. Um, but let's see, make sure the video comes up.
Yep, came up.
So all of that is not an ideal experience, just even though it worked. So like, first of all, the video was not there at all for a little bit. Then it was there white and it was above the message. Then it was there fully colored above the message. Now it's below the message. There's just a lot of things that should be cleaned up in this.
I will say before we actually go ahead and clean that up, maybe we just want to wait a little longer because a lot of this I had to kind of create my own solutions because the library for do you remember that time where videos would crash on Android?
Yeah.
It's because every video you play saves it in cat in memory, even after you navigate away. And it was just it was a bad experience overall for video. So what we had to do is we had to like open this modal and then create like our own like show our own video like the what's it called, the thumbnail, and so on. So a lot of this was had to be done like by ourselves, where right now there's this new export video library which specifies, which they say don't use our old one. That's not good. This is the one that you should be using now. Remember how when I looked at it, it was still not out yet. There was like a little bit of time left. It might come. I think it's gonna come out any day now. Um, so when that does come out, then we can kind of work on this and refactor with the new library so that we're not doing work that's going to be removed very soon.
Okay. Hmm. You said the library is going to be removed?
Not to, like it's going to be duplicated where like they'll tell you don't use it. Like use here's a new improved one that solves all the problems you have. Because the library that they currently have is very bad on Android.
Okay.
And they even say like
yeah.
it's don't use it.
This is Expo?
This is Expo.
So that's I recall. So Expo is working on a completely new one, right?
Correct. That should be out any day now. Well, from what I understand, because like they're already telling people not to use this one, and they have all the documents for the new one. I don't know if it's out already or not, but it should be out very soon.
Okay, but tomorrow's your last day for like 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
if we want to fix this or deal with it before like sometime before you get back, I mean you'd have to take over. Do we
Mhm.
is it even available yet? Can you check the new library, Expo library?
What's the Expo library name, Ismail?
It's called Expo Video.
Expo Video. Okay.
Let me see Expo Video.
So I guess okay, if that's happening and the video uploads often, like Todd did one, Shawntelle did a smaller one, we just bite the bullet and just say Android won't be perfect for a few weeks for this, and we wait until Expo does their thing. Is that a smart move?
I will say I don't think these two are connected. Like the it not uploading doesn't have to do with the library. The library is where like the other things you saw were like, oh, it's like I don't see the video right away. It's like you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that will be fixed, but the upload problem is going to be a problem either way.
Yeah, those two are not necessarily connected. No.
I see.
What I'm, this is again my theory. Maybe it was having a problem upload to Cloudner for whatever reason. I don't know. But like, why was it like we didn't? There was no back end or front end changes. So why is it working now and it wasn't working last night?
Yeah.
Maybe there was a problem with Cloudner back end for a little bit or something, or it didn't recognize the key or something like that.
Well, didn't you also have a problem with that exact video today, Shawntelle? You were trying to put it, or did it work perfectly today every single time?
The only issue that I had was similar kinda to what you just saw. Only with when I was doing the DM to Ismail, it was white there, so you couldn't even see the previous message.
No, that's fine.
There.
But like what we're talking about in not uploading, like if it's white while it's uploading, all that don't like that's separate.
Well, it looked like it had uploaded. Is the issue? Is it did the quick load really quick,
But it didn't upload.
and then it didn't upload. But
It happened
then
again today.
after we waited some time, it finally showed up.
So it did
And
eventually show up.
actually, it actually didn't show up again until I hit the camera button to try to re-upload it, and then it popped up. So I had to do.
That's probably a cache problem. I wouldn't worry
Okay.
about that. But I guess our question is there anything that you uploaded that did not actually upload and go through? Whether it was right away or after an hour?
No, not today.
Can we look at something real quick? I have a question about this picker in Circles. Shawntelle, can you share your phone real quick again?
Sure.
And go to a chat and choose and let's upload let's go through the process real quick.
Yeah, and
There's a
then
setting that I don't understand.
yeah, while she's pulling up her screen shared, Danny, you talked to one of our investors, and he had a problem with photos. Was he on Android?
You're talking about Brendan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We had another. Yeah.
I don't know that it was the same problem. What's this problem?
Well, you said it was a problem for him. Like he picked a video or photo, and then he wanted to change his mind, but it was like he was kind of stuck and was bad experience overall, right?
He had gone back from he added some photos and tried to go back, and then the photos were like locked and he couldn't change them.
So I guess the moral of the story here is that Android photo and video uploading is inadequate and needs more testing and improvement for all of that. Like I would call that a pretty high priority because we are leaning on our chats and group chats and communities and stuff a lot. Everything around that should be polished if we can. And of course, video content is like the most valuable content, from social apps and whatnot. So this is a big problem for 50% of users if it's a problem for them, because 50% of devices are going to be Android. So let's, Todd and Shawntelle, have you work exhaustively on uploading videos and photos and report issues, like some of the stuff Danny was saying too, where like you maybe change your mind and you want to go back. All the edge cases you might think of like where a user may struggle, and let's document them. Yeah, and then we can work with Amin over the next few days. Maybe Jerry would have to help too. We'll see.
Sure, you got it.
Okay,
And if you don't mind, real quick, can we look at something with Shawntelle here?
let's go.
Do you have a test chat we can upload a photo to, Shawntelle? Of our internal.
I really wish we had a search bar to be able to search. I thought we had a test group.
Or internal test, yeah.
Yeah. Team testing. Okay. Okay, so what do you want me to do now?
So is this, well, before you do, is this a normal, this isn't a normal screen to be on, right? Because it shows the two field.
This is because I don't want to scroll through unknown amounts of
I know.
messages.
Send a
I
message
know, I just
to
wanna
it,
make-
pop it to your lobby, and go back into it.
Huh?
Yeah, send a message in real quick.
What?
Nope.
I just want to have the same experience, that's all.
Send a message into it so that it pops to the top of your lobby.
Yeah.
Go back to it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So now I'm here.
So cool. So go to your let's add a photo. Go to the process real quick. And then hit photo library. Now there's see the three dots to the top right. See how it says cloud media app? It's clicking it for me. I don't know what this is, and I don't know if it has anything to do with what we're talking about. It says access cloud media from Google Photos or none. I don't know what the differences are. I don't know what it means. Like, or if Google Photos is not what we should be doing, it should be no cloud photos. It should just be none. I'm not sure that's right though either.
I mean, what do you think? Is this the source of our problem?
I don't think so. And if it is,
Just
then yeah, if it is, then we're gonna be asking our users to turn this off, which I don't think users will want you
Well,
to.
no, I don't think we can. Obviously, we can't do that. But is there a way
Right.
to account for this?
I still don't
yeah,
think.
because clearly. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I still don't think the issue it's because the media is coming in from cloud.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks. I just wanted to get some
Access
clarification.
cloud media when an app or website asks you to select photos or videos.
And this is like a system-wide setting, right? This isn't a Sircles setting, right?
Yeah, and go back, Shawntelle. These you don't have those three dots, Todd.
I do have those three dots.
But
And by
yours does-
default, it's on set to Google Photos.
yours is set to Google Photos.
Yeah, by default.
So is hers.
Yep.
So they're the same.
It is the same, completely the same.
Okay.
I was just making a point to say, maybe if there is a cloud issue, this kind of could be pointing to it. But if Amin doesn't think that's the case, and that's not the case.
Okay. I thought hers was a different setting than yours. Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then Okay. All right. Um. Well, what do we? How are we gonna fix the problem? Did that? Did you get anything out of that error log? I mean,
Yeah. What is it? It is like, like the suggested next steps. It was like fix the type. We tried that. Like, I told this man maybe the issue was the type.
mhm.
We changed it and it worked. Like it was not fixing anything. And then like says maybe the file size is too big, which I don't think so. Also, what it says uh, we share. So here it says like wrong key things to check, like wrong content type. We addressed that. This didn't affect anything. I mean, like we cannot reproduce it ourselves, so I'm not sure if changing this would fix it or not. But we try to have it the same as this value in here, as Allah said, as in that was in here to break it. We're trying to match this to break it by work, and also it says incorrect URI scheme. This might be interesting. I'm not sure. It's in
Hmm.
Cloud needs a real binary file, not just a URI. Um,
Hmm.
but again, this works fine for other like works now fine. So if it's this is the case, then I don't see how. Sometimes Cloudinary accept it, sometimes not. But it seems interesting. It's just like you need to convert the file to block or and this code in here is nothing. It's not like you can upload with fetch instead of Axios. This is bad advice. Fetch is like if we're gonna use fetch, we're just gonna be need to rewrite or read a lot of things that Axios does. Axios is a wrapper for fetch. Fetch is like the native.
Is Axios up to date?
Let's see.
Access is also very, very widely used. So I think
Yeah.
like it's
I'm not saying the problem is Axios. I know Axios is a
yeah.
very big library. I know it's maintained and I'm sorry.
Yeah, but maybe we're a year behind.
No, no, no. When I installed it initially, it was you know that's when that's how behind we can be. So I don't think so.
That was a few months ago, though.
Yeah, so
Correct.
we're using 1.7.7. Latest is 1.9.
Hmm.
Um,
There's the fix right there. Network error network. That's us.
yeah, but for fetch, this is fetch fixed error network.
That
Now,
does say Safari, but she's not on Safari.
yeah, so this like Axios, it's like used everywhere, web, mobile, like wherever, like it's used. So
Yeah.
maybe this it was only like
They
web.
fixed the fetch error. Maybe they fixed the fetch error in
Like
1.8.
if we go inside of it, I don't think it's related to us. But let me see other.
But that's just that version.
Yeah, I'll go. What is that? Oh, they're supporting old versions. Handle, sales base zero. Mm-hmm. Fixing some gas rails.
I mean, you could just update it, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, we can just update it. We'll not
Mm.
break anything. The like the Shawntelle keeps like producing the issue every time?
Not
No, well, see, that's the weird part. It happened to her last night, and then on the same app, same version, same everything, same group chat, it's working today.
Hmm. Yeah. I can only, as this man says, I can only think maybe Cloudinary had some issues yesterday. But yeah, we can upgrade Axios and see,
might as well.
and yeah, and watch for keep an eye on it for future users. Like we keep using the video upload every time we're working with chat. Yeah, so what was in here? It was like use fetch instead of access, which I don't think it's a good idea to do. Um, check internet permission. This is not issue. It says file too large. I don't think. And it was like cloud only specific failures. We have those correct. Has enough quota. So yeah, it was nothing really useful in here.
Okay. So updating Axios is really our only course of action at the moment.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, because we're not gonna be able to produce every time to see what's going on. Oh, let me see how many times happened on Century the issue. You don't look. What is it? Issue. It only happens one time. Like this. Oh no, let me change the span. Like last 90 days. Let me do to be specific. It happens multiple times for all the users. So let's see. Like first seen 4 months ago, and happens to 61 users in the last, and also occurred like was 174, and it is 90% is Android. See, these is insane. I think it was having the same issue about with the image uploads. So Maybe we just need to watch those replays to maybe understand what's really going on to produce it.
Okay. Ismail, I'm sending you something I'd like you to work on for us. Talked about it yesterday. This would be to have notifications only from people that you're friends with, or you could select everyone.
Okay.
Can you, yeah, take a look at that. Tell me what you think.
You'll need to work with me a little bit on this as well, Ismail. You'll need to add the options there.
Oh, this is to add the option. Okay, I see.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just need a Figma design. Just how we'll look, the wording, and yeah, I'd have to work with Jerry.
Okay, let me send this to Shawntelle. Shawntelle, I'd like a Figma design for selecting if you want notifications on for everybody or just friends. I just sent you a screenshot in Slack. Let's put a header above it too. Like, let's have the header say who will you receive notifications from, or who will you see notifications from? Colon. I'll write that down. Who And let's have the default be, we say friends only. Let's start with friends only because I don't want people turning off notifications. So take a look at Slack, Shawntelle. Does all that make sense?
Yeah. So, how do you want people to select it?
The slider.
Just a slider. Okay.
Yeah. You see the top, how I,
Yeah, I see it.
okay. Yeah. So we'll have default be friends though. And a
Okay.
header above it say, who
Yeah.
will you see notifications from?
Got it.
Did I say friends? Let's say, yeah, no, friends is fine. I was gonna say friends only, but no, it's clear. It's either friends or everyone. So I think it's pretty clear. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
man, that's so it says who will you see notifications from? So the idea is that if it's automatically on friends, that's all you see. You
Yeah.
can slide it there, and then the silence notifications, that's for the entire thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not super clear to me that that's going to be different. So maybe it'll be more clear in the design, but
Let's take a look because I'm thinking
yeah.
that it wouldn't really make a difference. Like, there's no other option besides silence and pause for like what doesn't really matter what you have selected at the top because they're getting silenced or paused if you choose to silence or pause, whether it's everyone or friends. Does it even matter?
Well, no, here's the thing is like I understand what you're trying to say. I just don't know that it's going to be translated to someone who's not talking to us.
Yeah, we could change. Yeah, to make it more clear, we could say silence all notifications, pause all notifications.
Yeah.
Okay, that make it more clear. Let's add that.
Okay.
How about silence all notifications for this chat. I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? Because you come through the chat. Okay, actually, then to make it more clear, I have a better thing. We'll say, who will you see notifications from in this chat? Okay, edited it. Who will you see notifications from in this chat? Maybe that's also a little more clear too, that you're pausing in for this chat.
I think so. I think that'll help.
Okay. Try something. Any questions, Ismail, about that?
Let me see the is the Figma design being shared?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I get the gist of it. Just if I have any questions, I'll ask you or Shawntelle once I get the Figma design. And the back end I'll be working on with Jerry. So I think she's good
Okay.
for now.
Okay, good. And Jerry, you got my message too. I wanted to say change the wording of that text.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. And what's the link going to look like? It's not going to say circles.com/download anymore, right? It's going to like say circles.com/open.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that done? Is that live?
No, that's not ready yet.
Okay.
I mean, it's on the list for today. I've been working on that reputation funnel, which is almost done.
Okay. Give me an update. Yeah. How's that going?
Sure. Let me show it real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Do-do. Really simple. We took the inspiration from Core. Works just like that.
Good. Good.
If you, I have the Circles logo right here, but it's like, would you recommend this would be the business name right here? It just exact copy from Core. If you hit a minus,
On Core, does it have tech to you at the top? Or no? Wait.
it has the TechView logo. So if I look up Core, I'll show you. Like Core looks like this.
Right.
So here's our version. You hit that, and then it says, let us know how we can improve. This sends an email to the business owners whenever this is submitted.
Okay.
And if you hit yes, then it sends you to this. This is the, if you have Circles, this would open Circles and send you to the profile.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then you get this. But this is the special encoded link that we have created. So once you onboard into Circles, we'll know that you came in from this link and we'll guide you to this profile to favorite it. So pretty much done. What is missing now is, let's see, is scheduling the cron job. I was working on the cron job to schedule all these, I call them feedback funnels. But that's not going to work because, oh yeah, if you go back to a funnel that you did, it would just say this feedback form has expired. So you can't answer the same form twice. Okay. Yeah, working on the cron job, which is just going to pull all the purchases. It's only going to pull the purchases that have a customer attached to it. Not all the purchases have customers attached to it, but just to make sure, I had AI make a purchase with a customer on it, and I'm able to pull it. So that's all fine. It's just making sure that the owner records the customer information, or however that's handled on the Square terminal. Because if you don't have a customer, they're not going to get the SMS. And the cron job is going to take all the purchases from the previous day, grab those customers, and send them an SMS with this link.
Okay, hold on. I'm like getting a little
Mm.
not confused, but into thought about putting the Circles logo there because it doesn't line up with
We could put no logo right now, even.
we could get their logo.
We could get their logo. That's just extra work to make that configurable.
Yeah, it'd have to be configurable.
Mm-hmm. Which is not a problem. It's an extra step to this.
Yeah. Let me see the one that Tech2 uses.
This is what I'm showing right now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I mean, would you recommend us to a friend is a much better sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Like far better than the other one. And then the next screen, I didn't love either. Let me see the next screen.
Which one?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
So this is our existing landing page that we've already designed.
Yeah. So
I mean, it would be more like this on a phone.
yeah, I mean, it really depends on if they have a good image or not.
Well, this pulls from the Circles app.
I know.
This is how it should look.
Yeah. That image is not great. And one of our Tech2 locations doesn't have a great image either.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed. We say open a circle. I thought the button says next.
Oh, it's I think it's some condition in the URL. I'll have to see. But yeah, if you hit open, oh, it's because it's not a Tech2 location. I only have it going for the Tech2. I need to update this page now when you're coming in through the reputation funnel to show next.
Shawntelle, you didn't add the word all. Silence all notifications, pause all notifications. Shawntelle.
Got it. Yep, you're right.
Okay. But otherwise, it looks good.
Okay.
I think it looks good. Do you think it looks good? Okay. So
I like it for the most part. I just don't know about the slider. That for some reason the slider doesn't feel intuitive to me here. Maybe it would in my hands. I don't know.
I mean, it would only be one choice.
Yeah, but there's just something about it that doesn't tell me that that's a slider, even though that's how it is in other places in the app.
Corey, I got a question.
Maybe it needs to line.
Maybe, yeah. Let me ask her. If you came to this screen, is this confusing to you?
Yeah, it's kind of busy.
Busy's not my question. Do you know how it works?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Silence them for everyone. Except my friend.
How would you do that?
Go to everyone.
You would go to everyone,
Yeah, I know.
so you don't know how it works.
Do I just click here?
What happens if you click everyone?
I get these options for everyone. Is this friends? And no.
Only
I assume you would press that, and then that gives me the option.
and there's options in there right now.
But why is it friends and then everyone?
I don't know why. It's not clear.
Mm.
Well, there's a word missing on there. Can you send me the update, Shawntelle?
Yeah.
There's a slightly different version. I'll show you in a second, but so far it's not great. Slack is frozen. Okay, here, take another look at it.
So can I not press that?
Yes, you can. Nothing will change below it. You press it, and the slider will move over there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then what does that mean to you?
I can then silence it or pause from everyone versus my friends. That's what I thought. So I switch to everyone.
Okay, so if you go to everyone and you
These are the same options.
and you pause it for an hour, what happens?
I won't see the notifications from everyone.
Okay, so why is there even friends option? What happens on the friends option? What happens? Okay, so let's say you're on the friends option, you pause it for 1 hour. What happens then?
I don't see notifications from my friends.
Silence all notifications. Yeah, it's. Remember how you were saying you thought it'd be a good idea to be able to only see notifications from your friend?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this top portion is. This bottom portion is completely different. It's just like pausing them all. So it's not clear.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, this is super annoying because I don't know how else to change this. Do you have any suggestions, Shawntelle? Tori didn't get it, so I don't know. How do we?
Yeah. I was sort of just assuming we were just going to make the friends the default, not give people the choice of
Yeah, we
everyone.
talked about that, but then what if people want, like, they're going to be confused, like, why am I not seeing notifications from everybody?
Yeah. I feel like it should be its own line item and then maybe like a picker and then everything else is below it. So it's not like a slider. The slider makes me think that it's for that thing.
Okay, try. We'll go ahead and redo it then.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. So Jerry, why doesn't it say next on the button?
Because it wasn't a text to you location, but I can update that to just say next when you're coming in from the reputation funnel.
What difference does it make if it's a tech T location?
What's that?
What difference does it make if it's a tech T location?
That's because we were having a different link because we were going to advertise like a promo.
Yeah.
There was a slightly different thing that we're doing for Tech to You because we have like a middle screen.
Yeah, there's a middle screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people hit the next button, right? It's after that that we're not getting the conversion.
Correct.
Wasn't this button dynamic? Does it say open in Circles if they have the app on their phone? We would know at that point, right?
Well, if they have the app on your phone, they're not even going to see this.
Wait a minute. What would they see? I hit the thumbs up and then what?
If you hit the thumbs up and if you had Circles,
Yeah.
it would redirect it to that profile.
No, that's not a good idea. Go back to the thumbs up screen. There's nothing that tells me why I just went to Circles. Why does that say that?
That said that because it's a form I already answered.
Okay. Yeah, no. This has to go to the next screen no matter what. This doesn't tell me why I went to Circles. I just hit a thumbs up right here and then I open the Circles app to the restaurant.
If you had the app installed.
Yeah, no. After you hit the thumbs up, we got to go to the next screen for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the next screen, the button, if I recall, to protect you, I thought it was dynamic and it would say open in Circles if you have the app on your phone, like you have. Go to the next screen.
Just do this.
So I'm not sure if we do this. Does it say open in Circles if you have the app on it? Because it does say it right there. Or does it say next if you don't have the app on your phone?
Let me check this. Let me just grab this code. Open the Circles. Okay, it's because the phone number for the user is a Circles user. That's why it says that.
Good.
But this was before we implemented the dynamic links.
Oh.
Now with the dynamic links, they would go to the profile pick the screen in Circles and not see this.
Yeah, no, this is why this needs lots of testing. So tell me again about the dynamic link. What's going to happen? What's the flow?
Well, now because this dynamic link URL is recognized by the app to open the profile screen instead of seeing this page.
What do you mean instead of seeing this page? So because you put it on the green thumbs up?
Not because you put it on the green thumbs up. It's just this page, this screen, this URL here, the app recognizes as a dynamic link. Because this is the link that we share when you share a profile outside of Circles.
Okay. Shawntelle, shouldn't there be like a check mark or something? I feel like this is the same.
So, I don't know if it would help if you saw if it is selected for say 8 hours, it would have the same design, but 8 hours would be blue. So maybe you're right with having a check mark, and then on the next screen, it could have the check mark too next to it.
Yeah, text it to Tori and see if it's anywhere clear.
Okay.
And then keep iterating until she figures it out. Okay, so Jerry, I'm still confused on this. So we got the dynamic link on this URL. That's good, right?
Well, it sounds like it, not quite, or maybe it's something that we need to change very slightly here.
This landing page is now determining if you have circles or not, right?
Yeah, that's what open in circles versus
Next.
is.
Yeah, I would say next if you didn't have it.
Right.
Okay, great. That's a win. That's what we want. So what is the change we need?
So, if I understand correctly, is that anybody who comes through the reputation funnel should see this screen, whether or not they're in circles.
Right.
And then, so then when they click next, and if they're in circles, we'll redirect to the app. We'll use the dynamic link.
If they hit next, they'll go to the App Store. If they hit open in circles, it'll open the app. I mean, it's the button's going to know if they have circles or not.
Okay, so it doesn't know if the app is currently on the phone, though.
Does it? Yeah, it does.
No, it does not.
But we need to know that.
We can't from a web browser. What I'm doing is I'm saying, does this, because we have the phone number from the reputation funnel, because that's what initiates it, is the phone number.
Yeah, okay.
So I know if the phone number that it was sent to is a Circles user, and that's where I'm getting it from.
I see. So when the Circles app does a check of the phone to see what other apps I have installed, like Instagram or Snapchat, how come the Circles app can determine what apps I have on my phone, but this landing page cannot?
That would be native code. That would be like application code versus web code. This is just JavaScript.
I see. So that's something that comes from the app, not the app, but the operating system, the phone's operating system.
See if Amin has any input on that.
Yeah, and we can see any app that's installed. It's like we ask Apple to tell us if those specific apps are installed. For example, Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat.
Yeah.
And we opt in for the specific apps. It's in native code, and I don't think there's an access from that from the web.
Okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense.
I have a follow-up question on that, John. When I open chase.com, because I have the Chase app on my phone, at the top of my screen it says open, and it has like the Chase app that kind of drops down from the top of my screen because it knows that it's already installed on my phone, I think.
Well,
how's that work?
That's the dynamic linking. So like you can have a widget that you can allow for your app and your app only for that banner to show. But it shows on an Apple device, and I think if you don't have the app installed, that banner says install.
Okay. So we couldn't integrate on this landing page something similar to what Chase did?
We can, but that almost sounds like it could be.
It would only work if they had the app installed, because then the widget
would pop up if it's installed.
Well, no, the widget I think pops up regardless.
Really?
I didn't know that, but it can't know from the web that you have the app installed, so it can't therefore have an open button.
Yeah, like this is an Apple specific kind of widget that I can like intercept. This is you're setting a property on the web page, and iOS knows that if that property is visible on the page to show the banner. Like it's not a JavaScript banner.
Well, can we do that?
It might create. Let's talk about if we did it, what it would do, because I just opened up Duolingo.com. That's an app I don't have installed in my phone.
Okay.
And when I go to the website, it does that same banner. But then the question is, if I click the get button on there on that little banner that pops up, will it deep link me to the place that the rest of this page wants to go? Like in our case, we want it to go through a unique onboarding to favorite circles, or sorry, to favorite tech to you.
Right.
And if we show the banner, then the question is, can we deep link into that banner the same path?
Well, they have to go through the onboarding, and that we won't have from there.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense that that banner might be limited.
So okay, I have Duolingo, and when I go to Duolingo.com, the banner says open. Yours says get.
Yeah, because I don't have it installed.
Okay, so that banner is like a widget that we can't hijack it and make our pink button say open or get.
No, that's just a property. That's just something from Apple.
Okay, but clearly it does communicate.
That's not the browser though. That's iOS detecting. Because if you go on an Android, you don't see that banner on Android because that's like a built-in feature in iOS that when you're on a certain domain, you can configure to have that banner show up on iOS devices.
Mm-hmm.
And also iOS like owns the browser's core engine.
That's another thing too. Like all browsers are actually just Safari wrappers in iOS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of researching it. It looks like that's. I don't know if we want to use that in some places. Like for example, if I go to Sircles.com, this is a little bit unrelated, but if I go there, we don't have that banner. Like we should have that on our. If somebody goes to Sircles.com, it'd be nice if that banner dropped down in iOS to give them an easy get button. We don't even have that.
I would like that.
It seems like that's probably something Apple makes easy for us to do, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it's a widget, right? So Jerry, maybe make a note of that. That would be something we'd like to have over the next few days here. Maybe by the end of the week, if you could get that done.
You just want it on circles.com?
Yeah,
Okay.
on mobile only.
I think that it's like organically works that way. I don't think it wouldn't show up on a desktop because it's actually iOS that's showing the banner, not the web browser.
Correct.
So it would be mobile only inherently.
Well,
Yeah.
not even mobile only, it's iOS only. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know if Google has a similar feature to this.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a little sidetracked.
Okay, so we can just have the button say next no matter what. So let's make it easy. So the button will say next, and then when you hit next, then the dynamic link figures out if you have the app or not. Is that right, Jerry?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And there's, I think, a little bit hacking I can do because right now this link will this /place/19 that will always go to that's always a deep link that will open in the app. But what I'm thinking now, instead of going to that /place, is that I just copy this page, the code from this page, and I just have a different link that says that I'm coming from the funnel. And then I'll have the next button go to this URL with a parameter saying that it's coming from the feedback funnel. If you have the app installed, it'll open Circles. If not, the parameter saying that you're coming from the feedback funnel will just send you to the App Store. So I'm keeping the current dynamic link in place.
Okay.
I'm just creating a different page.
Okay.
Specific to the feedback funnel.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think that banner is really hard to do at all. It's
Yeah, just drop it in our header. It's super easy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we're going to change the button to next. You want to do that now?
Yep.
Okay. And what's happening with Tech to You now? Is everyone seeing open in circles or everyone seeing next? Or?
No. Let me just go here. Okay, where's the code that we had for Tech to You? Open circles. Okay, yeah. Let me. Was it this? Yeah, next, and then so we can validate you, but I don't think
That this wasn't in the version that I've seen.
there we go.
Before.
Yeah, so next, next does show this.
It just goes here. So you would see that previous page, hit next, and then you would immediately land.
Can we
here.
go step 1, step 2, step 3? So let's start from the beginning. Okay. So this is what everyone will see now.
Well, hold on. Let me refresh this. And this is a special case for Tech to You.
Okay. So let's start with that.
So, just the general public here. Okay, are we coming from the feedback funnel or are we not? No,
Tech to You is only that right now, right?
We have I believe we have a feature now to share a profile outside of Circles, which will link back to this page. We need to keep that in mind as well.
Okay. All right. Why does it say hi there and not a user's name?
Because this is a generic URL, and this is a generic URL that is shared when you share with a user outside of Circles.
Okay. Let's go through the funnel.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the funnel. So let me reset the funnels. Okay. And we go to pull this code here.
Do you have data on how many people hit that I for information? We talked about tracking that.
I think that is from Amplitude. I'd have to check into that.
Okay. Wells, are you here? Would Wells have set that up?
No, I would need to set that up.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Is it possible for Wells to set up?
I wouldn't recommend.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Stand by.
Okay, so coming through the funnel, we're gonna go to and the reason that loading is so long is because I'm on my local. Like it's a lot faster in a deployed environment.
That's fine.
If you guys want, I can show you a real one right now. Like I can actually show you a live one.
Okay.
Do you mind if I share my screen, Jerry, and show what like an actual one? We'll run through a real one.
Yeah. Now this is core though. This is not
core. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Reputation funnel. Yeah. Let me share real quick. One sec.
It's the one we're using right now for all of our Tech2 customers, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just have a real one instead of these demos, so you can see what it actually looks like.
Cool. I think under thank you for your time. I don't know. Let me think about this. I don't like having Circles logo at the top. It just doesn't make sense yet. Maybe at the bottom. But let's put it at the bottom, Jerry, while Ian's doing that.
This is so if a customer receives a text or an email from Tech to You for a reputation funnel, when they click on the link, this is the page that they land on.
Okay.
And then if we hit thumbs up.
So yours are big thumbs up and big thumbs down, touching each other almost. Has that always been like that? Or is it?
Yeah, that's not changed.
Okay.
The only thing that we've changed is the what happens if you hit thumbs up.
Yeah.
So the thumbs down just takes you to a feedback form.
Okay.
But if they hit thumbs up,
yeah,
then they land here.
Good.
Okay.
Now, this. Are you on a phone?
I'm not. I'm on my desktop.
Okay, so it's not going to open the app for you if you hit next, obviously.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Okay. Well, then, yeah. Okay, so go ahead next.
And by the way, I don't know why it says hi there
Right.
here because we will have actually, in theory, passed client name information. So I'm not sure why that's. Maybe that's. Are we checking to see if they're a Circles user? Is that what's happening?
They
Instead
need
of
to.
pulling-
No, that should be all part of. No, that shouldn't be like if they have the name. Can you send me that URL?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
send that URL. I can decode it and see what we have from it.
Jerry, where are you? There you are. Okay. You want me to hit next, John?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Ian, could you put this like press F12 and put it on a phone?
Wait. Where's the button?
Yeah.
Wait.
It's formatted weird because I'm on a desktop here. Let me
Right.
I don't know, for whatever reason, by the way, I already do have the inspector open, Jerry. And it is already supposed to be showing us a mobile view in Chrome. I don't know why it doesn't, but I do know this works perfectly on a phone.
If you had the app installed, would it say get Circles? Or because you're not getting Circles if you have the app installed.
You wouldn't see this screen. So if I'm going to click that link Ian just sent me.
If you wouldn't see the screen, then you wouldn't even know about the $50 discount.
That is true. The users that have received the form so far, none of them are Circles users. I think there's only one that was.
Okay. So
That might have even been a test.
that might not have been.
In fact, if we're confident there's only one, I'm positive it was a test because we made a fake invoice for Ian Reader and sent it to my phone to make sure it all worked.
I see.
So if there's only one record, it would have to have been my test.
Okay.
Can you go back?
Yeah, I can. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah. So that screen that opens up, it's not another URL. When I click on this, it's opening up. Technically, it's like a pop-up.
Right. It's like a modal. Yeah.
Okay. Jerry had something where there was like a phone number input screen or something.
Well, we have their phone number. So we're not asking for it because in this coded URL we have.
Yeah.
Okay. So we wouldn't see that.
Correct.
Okay. How is it that Tech to You still has 3D printing as one of its categories? Have we not claimed our business and fixed that?
Really good question.
It says it in the app.
And
It
Todd,
says the page is claimed.
right? Todd has claimed it, right? Or you, Ian, or Todd?
I think
Let me
Todd
check
did all of them.
Which one is this?
Looks like
There's some that I
How.
haven't claimed yet for the purpose of testing, but this one's claimed, right?
I think so. It looks like How Avenue.
Let me see.
I can find out who claimed it.
And
Todd claimed it.
yeah, can you please remove 3D printing from the categories?
Yes, let me check.
And this will be a good test. I have a feeling this will not work exactly the way we want it to work.
Like if I refresh this page and it shows up the right value right away.
That would be amazing. I just have a feeling it won't. This all needs a lot of work. I got to be able to hand some of this stuff off.
Actually, need to set aside some time with Jerry at some point to go over some of this business stuff because what we see in the portal on the phone doesn't always match what's online on the business side either, for some reason. So if I change something,
is that the case right now?
let me check.
Okay, I mean, let's talk about what we're seeing.
Todd, I can remove that 3D printing category real quick. I have a different way to access that data.
How? But I will. I don't want it. That's not a test. I want to
Okay.
test.
Sure.
Yeah, hold on one sec. Okay, it says it's been removed.
And Jerry, you're looking into why the name of like Ian Reader is not up there.
Yeah, I was gonna wait to refresh this page.
Okay.
Let's-
So you
Yep,
said you did, Todd.
Yeah,
Okay. Was everything the way you would have expected it to be in the portal?
so far.
I,
Okay.
I refreshed the page
From
and it's gone.
mobile, yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, look at that.
Oh,
Now a new one popped up: electronics repair. I guess that's okay.
Yeah, we have computer and IT services, advertising, web and digital, electronics repair, data recovery, 3D printing. Well, 3D printing is gone, and web design.
Okay. Cool. Um. Okay. Cool. That's good enough. So then, Gary, to figure out why that name is not there. Also, underneath favorite us on and also he's saying like if you have the app installed, you wouldn't see the next screen. Go ahead, go to the next screen. The screen needs work.
Well, and interestingly, if if you don't have the app installed, or sorry, if you do have the app installed and you don't see this screen, isn't that okay? Because they already have it installed. Like our whole point is to get them to install the app. But if they already have it, why commit to a $50 discount?
Yeah, I mean, go back. Yeah, I guess that's probably why we set it up that way. In which case, well,
So to confirm, if the app is installed and I press this next button, it would then open the app.
well,
Yes.
if you have the app installed, you would. I don't even think you would see this page, is what I'm saying.
But you're
Oh.
fixing.
Because, oh, no, not quite. Well, this particular URL is not going to be fixed. Instead, I'm going to have to make a different version of this URL that's built for the reputation funnel. Because this is going to be a dynamic link. This is our magic sauce to open the app. This is our magic sauce to open the app when you view a page. This is not going to change. This is configured in the app. This is what the app's looking for. That's not, but I can just make a copy of this page, not configure it as a dynamic link, and then they will see this page regardless if they have the app installed.
So you need to make a new link.
Correct.
Do we need a new front end build?
No.
Okay.
This is all web.
That's true. Okay.
And about the name, Ian. So I am not getting a name from that payload. I have a phone number. I have 916-952-7042. However, name and first and last name are empty.
Okay. Sometimes there isn't one on my end either. Let's see, Judy. Let's figure out who this lady is. Judy Font. This is not a business. You should have gotten Judith Font as a name.
I'm pretty confident that I didn't get anything because if there was an issue with the encoding, I wouldn't have the phone number.
I don't see anything weird inside of her customer profile that would have caused that unless somebody modified it later. Her first and last name there. I have it on her job site. We haven't edited anything. Customer history. Nothing. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Here, let me check another one real quick. Take survey. So this is a different customer. This one does have a name. So something unique about hers. I do know that there are instances where we can't load names either. Like we have criteria on how names are formatted. If we see symbols or anything like that that we think could break it, we'll just filter it out. But that doesn't appear to be the case with hers. I don't know why it would do that. Huh. I'll ask Jeff if he can confirm what the criteria is for passing you the name.
Good.
So wait, a name did show up. That's not the right name?
No, this is the right name for a different. I clicked on a different core link just to test a different one because there are instances where we intentionally do not pass the name. And it has to do with it, like name formatting, or if it's a business name, there's reasons why we won't pass it. But it's not very common, or shouldn't be very common. But we know that it does work when we are intentionally passing it. So this is not a Sircles thing. This is something I need to ask Mara to identify why we didn't pass the name in that case.
Okay. I'm not clear at all on what is going on here yet. Like what's going to happen. I'd like to see it in a flow. Should I wait for you, Jerry, to configure this the way you're describing and then show me the flow?
Yeah, because right now, anytime you hit this page, you're going to open the app.
So you wouldn't see this page.
Right, you're going to see this page. Because if I click the link that Ian sent me, that was from Core, and it opens Tech to You in Sircles.
Now, most people won't have Sircles, so
Okay.
most people would come here. But
Yes.
it still says open in Sircles instead of next.
Benny, let me check Benny. Benny probably is a Sircles user. Let's see.
Okay. I mean, there's 50,000, so I think there's going to be some that have it. I think
Benny
that
is a Sircles user that was created 2 weeks ago.
so he is a Sircles user.
No way. 2 weeks ago, that's when we sent him this email.
Oh.
Was it on 5/7?
Yeah.
So he created a Sircles account from this core email.
Cool. Let's see if you favored him.
I'm assuming. I mean, it has to be.
Probably. Let's look him up. Let me see if you favored him.
Yep. Oh, let me check.
And you would see a $50 discount for him, right, Ian?
Effectively, I'll see a note on his account.
Benny. I do not see a Benny Jean. Unless you put it. Oh wait, no, I do. Sorry, I do
I did not see a favorite from Benny Jean.
But he did not favorite. So he
Interesting.
probably. I bet if we watch the session replay, he got stuck somewhere.
Yeah, we should find out because I don't have him noted in field 3 as being eligible for a discount or even having level 1 in Sircles. He might have even used a different phone number to sign up.
Well, he's in the app. I'm on his profile.
Well, hold on. Let's see. So select. You have his phone number, Ian?
Yeah.